Hi, so for today's video, we're doing part 3 of making your own custom denim jacket. And part 1 was just embroidering the name on. And I don't remember if I showed this one, but probably not. But I embroidered this one on to the jacket. And this is the UV color change, or the New Brotherhood UV color change thread. And so when you go in the sun, the colors change, which I thought would be really cute for a kid's jacket. I also have it on mine because I had to like test it out first. I'll show you the colors. I have like a UV flashlight. It's only going to show for a little bit though, because the light's not strong enough to make it stay this color like for too long. But the blue turns to purple, this white turns to pink, this blue turns to light blue. Anyways, when you're out in the sun, it'll be like this. And I use different colors for this one. The balloons are blue, the castle's pink, and then the doorway is that blue to purple color. So I don't know, I thought it'd be cute. Kids probably like that. Now we're putting on the finishing touches. So I applied all of these patches, and I think on part 2, I'm going to show you how I made these patches, the shiny ones. I think I've already done a patch video, and I made these ones with the black background or the black backing, the same way I did the class strip one, the Big Island strip one, and yeah, so that's the same as this one. This is a new technique and a new, I guess, program that I bought, and it's so super cute. So it's like that Chanel-esque kind of patch. So this is not Chanel fabric, but it's just stitched in a way that it looks textured. And I have the gold HTV. So I don't know, I think I'll go over that in that number 2 video. But this is what it looked like. I put these patches on the front. And for the finishing touch, I'm going to apply 2 more patches. This bow came out really cute. This is all a set. All these ones with the gold, it's all a set. And then they're super cute. I don't know. I love it. So I'm thinking I'm going to put them right here. This is not an ideal spot for this, just FYI, because it has the seams right here. And this is a very stretchy jacket. So I think patches last better on non-stretchy jackets, but you know, the stretchy ones are a little bit more comfortable. This one probably has more elastane or spandex than I would like because it's super stretchy. Like this one is not bad. It's stretchy, but it doesn't have that much give. So when you stretch it out, like it won't pull the glue, you know, as much on this one. But this is what we have. So we're going to work with it. I'm going to attempt to put this bow one here and then this flower one here. Ideally, like if you look at how she's going to wear it, ideally it would be easier to put it on this side. But I don't know if it'll look as cute if it's in the front, because you won't see it as much. We will try though. We will try. Hopefully I don't mess it up. Yeah, the one thing I like about patches is that if you mess up stitching one or something, you're not going to ruin the jacket after you did this and you did this. I think I almost made a mistake down here, and I was like, oh no, I almost like ruined the whole thing. I spent like hours on this already. So at least with patches, you mess up a patch, you make a new one, and you can stick it on. But I think this turned out so cute. I just applied this one. Yeah, I think it's looking okay. Okay, so the things you will need to apply the patch is ironing table, board, pad. You will need an iron. I have it on my Cricut Easy Press Mini. I use this thing like every day, I swear. Medium, and if you're using a household iron, just put it on medium with no steam. So I have that ready. The pad is really good because I can stick it in the jacket like this, especially since it's so tiny, and it protects the back. Maybe I won't put this bow because it already has 2 bows. Maybe I'll make another patch. And for me, since I was doing so many patches, I found putting it in a jar like this really helped. And the mason jar actually works in 2 ways for me, I found out. Because once you do the patch, you do have to kind of put apply pressure to it so that it cools in the spot that you want. If you let it cool with it flipped up or, you know, springing up, it's gonna cool like that, and then you're gonna have to re-iron it. So I like having this jar. So first thing, peel off your heat and bond paper off the backing. I think I'm gonna put it right here like this. And I'm going to preheat the fabric. Make sure you're using like a clean fabric, something that doesn't have some kind of coating on it. You want it to be hot so that it helps the adhesive. And I was using a Teflon sheet, and I think I still recommend doing a Teflon sheet over or some kind of like cotton cloth. But I did find that it adheres better with direct heat from the iron. So I just tried on my jacket. If you're iffy about melting the threads, especially with this metallic specialty thread, I would use some kind of protective covering. But since I just did it, we will all try. So I'm just going to hold it down for about 5 seconds. See, I don't think it was long enough. I can see it lifting up. Instead of going like 10 seconds in one spot, I find it's better to do like 5 seconds and go back and forth like this. I know it's kind of a pain, but it somehow worked better. And then with this edge of the iron, try to get on the seam like right here where it'll be hard to catch. So I'm just watching it and making sure. And then I get this cool glass. The glass, like temperature wise, cool. And I hold it down. So ideally, if you had a glass jar that was totally flat, that would be better. This one's a little concave, but it helps to press it down and cool it down at the same time. If you had one of those, is it called a clapper? That wooden block that you use for pressing, you like press and then you put it on there. It holds the crease better and it like absorbs the heat. I'll link one down below. I'm on the fence. I want to get one, but I'm like, do I really want to buy a piece of wood? For how much? I don't know. But it is very handy, especially for times like this when you want something weighty and something that's going to help it cool. So it's pretty much cool to the touch. You want it to totally let it cool before you move it around. Okay, so that worked well. So I think we will go ahead and do the bow. What do you think? Too many bows? Maybe I'll do the happy face. I have to do another patch then. But yeah, so let this completely cool. Sometimes it helps, like if you're in a rush, take out the heating pad because the pad absorbs the heat and helps like things iron on better. So if you want it to cool faster, do that. But yeah, so always check your edges. You don't have to peel it off, but just kind of, you know, like, is it on super well? Like, okay, so right here, can you see? It's lifting a little bit and there. That's not on as good. So we're going to have to redo it. Is this side on good? Okay, so this side's on good. So we're going to do it again. And to be honest, all of these, I probably had to press it like 3 times. Okay, so I'm just going to do direct heat again and kind of focusing on this side of the seam. The iron is super flat, so, you know, when you go over the seam, it doesn't reach or put enough pressure on the other side. So just do a couple seconds, look underneath, check out your threads, make sure you're not melting anything. And I'm kind of putting a decent amount of pressure. Okay, and then put your, you can even put it this way. And it's more flat, and you can put pressure on the side that you want. I made another happy face patch, and I think that'll match better than the bow. What do you think? It's a little more balanced, right? Versus this one. Too many bows. That kind of balances out. Do I want this way? Maybe like that? Okay, so I'm just going to attach it exactly like I did this one. And I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, so my patch is attached. it could cool a little bit more. I equate using this glass jar as like, you know, when you're curling your hair and you need to do like with the hair dryer and you have to do the cool shot after to set the curl. This is kind of the same thing. It's like the glue's melted. It's from a solid to a liquid and you want it to stay put where you want it, but you want it like pressed in, right? As it solidifies and cools down. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'm always concerned about the seam part. I think I can do the seam part a little bit more for this one. So I'm using kind of like a firm pressure so I can really get into that, and then using the edge of the mason jar to cool it down. But yeah, I think I'm done after this. I think this is enough decorations for now. If I was really crazy, I would like put like little rhinestones. That's totally up to you. And yeah, I totally recommend doing a jacket like this, but I think you have to, it's almost better to do it for yourself because you know what you like. For little kids, it's kind of easy to pick their favorite character or, you know, just make it super girly and cute. Usually Disney's always safe, princesses, you know, like bows, like flowers. But I think for like an older person, unless you really know what they're into, it's a little hard to make this kind of jacket. Maybe if you knew all their like favorite foods or favorite flowers or just random things you like, you'd have to really know the person, I think. But I think that's what makes it so unique and like such a great gift if you were gonna make it. Because these are patches, you don't have to do anything on the inside. This is all attached nicely. I think I am ready to wrap this up and give it to my niece. I hope she likes it. I hope all the patches and everything stay on really well. I'm gonna have to get an update from my sister on how well it lasts, especially with a little kid. This is the first time I've done it, so I don't know for myself how long the patches, you know, like what kind of beating can they take. With patches, you can always just reattach them, use marking and bond. You can even use like fabric glue. There's many options. Like I think if one of them came off, like just at the edge, I would just use fabric glue, like a flexible hold, kind of not hold, but you know, like not a hot glue or anything where it's stiff, but fabric glue, and that'll work just fine. You can also stitch it on, but that's going to take a lot of time. I wouldn't recommend that. I would just go glue if any of these start falling off. So thank you for watching. Hopefully got something out of this series. I learned a ton making this one tiny little jacket. Oh, I guess mine's too. Yeah, it was such a fun process. I bought some really great designs that I'm super happy to share and support them. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like this content, and I will see you next time.